Hello my beauties. I am Dominique Bonne and this is my channel. And what we have for today is quite a treat. I'm gonna be making some space to make art in my apartment, so I'm taking you guys along with me for that, and I'm taking you guys along with me through the process of me painting, kind of for me a visual archive of my creative process, but also really fun for you guys to see what a day in life of an artist is like. So come along with me and let's get creative. Let's have some fun. All right. So let me update you on what's happening at the moment. I took a little lunch break, a little pause, because sometimes it gets so scary when you get to a point with a painting where you like really start liking it, and then you get scared that you're gonna mess it up. So what I do is in these type of situations, I take a little break, I have some snacks, and then I get back to it once I can step over my own fears and all that good stuff. So what I'm painting right now, it's gonna look like a light bulb person, like a light bulb with legs, and it's part of a collection of mine for my end of study project. And the collection goes about manifesting the celestial bodies in our solar system and manifesting them down here to Earth to help us reflect on our patterns and our behaviors and our feelings. So there's two parts of this project. There are the vessels, and those are ceramic objects. I don't have one here to show you because I left it at my school, my university, I mean. I left one, but so now I'm working on the the other part of it, and that's the painting, which is the body. So that's more of the bodily feeling and how this energy shows up in the body more than the manifestation of the energy of the planet, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does, but hopefully it does when everything comes together. Yeah. But I'll show you where I left off because my camera did. Its battery was finished, but let me take you along and let me show you where I left off. This part of the house does not get as much light as the other, but here we are. This is my reference picture. These are my lovely legs and the light bulb. So this is kind of the idea what I'm going for. And I'm thinking down here to add a little text or something. It could be fun to play with that. And here we have my mark lines and the beginning of the light bulb here. Little big tip to make things seem lighter, make the background seem darker, so there comes more light in. And I'm thinking for the legs, I'm thinking of making them look like glass or like a lamp that is off. So I'll take you guys with me to see how future plans and all that good stuff. Uranus, haha, Uranus. I had to get that joke out of the way so I don't think about it anymore. But this planet represents a really paradoxical view, the themes of enlightenment and being aware of consciousness, and also at the same time repression and oppression of our desires, memories, thoughts. He is named after one of the Greek gods, more of a titan. He was one of the first to appear. And his lover, or I wouldn't say, the world was so old at that time that there weren't really lovers or anything like that, but Gaia, the earth, was, I'm gonna say lover for the lack of word. And she wanted to bear his children, but he wouldn't let her. He would repress his children, like back in the caves inside of Gaia. And she had to basically, by force, make them be born. Uranus is this symbol of authority, in a way of pressing against the current and not wanting fate to happen, or not letting things happen in their time, or wanting to take control when there's so an obvious lack of control that we have over everything. We can only control what's inside of us. And Uranus kind of represents these themes that awaken inside of us, like these repressions, like what do we repress inside of ourselves and what don't we let out. So that's why I chose to paint a light bulb, because it's not so related at first, but a light goes on and immediately it's a reaction, this kind of visceral reaction of the lights being on, a flash, a memory, or a thought that appears. And do you turn the lights back off, or do you let yourself be get used to the light, get used to the idea, or get used to the thought, or get used to the situation, the memory? Or do you turn your lights back off so not to be confronted, or sometimes it's too much, or it's a human reaction to want to turn the lights back off and live in unawareness. But once you're aware, once you are knowledgeable in some type of way you can't unknow. So this is what this painting represents, and I love what art can be is that I have this meaning towards it, and these are my thoughts when I paint it, but it can just concur, like, not concur, sorry, wrong word. It can bring out such different emotions and reactions in the viewer, and it's what I love so much about this medium is that it can mean something completely different to someone else. Like, someone looked at this painting and was like, oh my god, it's so funny, it reminds me of this cartoon figure. And I'm like, like, my first reaction is like, nah, it's like so much more deeper, like, you don't understand. But at the same time, who am I to say like, no, what you think of this is wrong, that's not my place to be able to say that. It means something else for someone different because they show up with their experiences and their thoughts and their life when looking at this piece of art. I'm gonna go through all the planets eventually, and I really want to dedicate each one a space, a little corner of the universe where I can talk about the planets from my perspective and how I manifest them into my reality. And hopefully this can mean something to you, and it can make you think of what these themes represent in your life or how you interact with planet Uranus. And because this whole project, it came the idea about how the planets are always there. They're always spinning around, they're always present, although we barely think of them as of Earth. Like, we tend to think, even though we know that the sun is the center of our solar system, we still tend to think that Earth is the center of our universe, and in some type of way it is because of our conscious mind. But at the same time, there's so many invisible forces guiding us that we have no conscious idea about, or most of the time, and unconsciously they do have effect on our lives. And these patterns of the planets like showing up is basically astrology and what that means. And I love that idea of guiding old giants that guide our lives and bring things up in us that make us react or think or create these patterns in our lives that when we notice them, they really make us think deeper about ourselves and the world in it, and like about our relationships with other people. And I love that, like, the self-awareness that can be created. So I invite you to think about how Uranus shows up in your life and what it means to you. And enjoy the session of me painting it. a lot of painting, for me at least, is just standing, just looking at my painting and just seeing what it wants from me, because sometimes I can come in with the idea and I'm like, yes, we're gonna do this looks so good and all that, but the painting is like, no, we're gonna do this, and you know, like, I'm gonna have to agree. It's a partnership, it's a relationship we build up to create the best work possible, because if you're gonna force somebody's hand, work doesn't look that good because you're just forcing it. But I hope it makes sense and I'm not just rambling to myself. Well, I am rambling to myself, but anyway. Let's get back into the painting and let's get over the hurdle of not painting anymore. And let's get back into it. So, yeah, come along. Hello! I wanted to come in at the end of this video to kind of bring it to its conclusion. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me paint and seeing me create this wonderful beauty that is behind me. This is the first painting from a collection of 8 paintings that I still have to make. So I probably will film those journeys as well. And I just wanted to add like a little bit about myself, because I'm really new to this. I'm new to filming my own process of posting it online and everything like that. And I was really confronted making this video and looking back at the footage, because normally when I do my tarot videos, I create space for that. I put on my makeup. When I like film my intros, you know, and I like look my best. Well, I try to at least. But because I'm painting and I'm doing my day-to-day job, like I'm not putting in effort like at all how I look like. I just have my like pajamas on most of the time and just go to my painting and paint. And I hope you guys can treat me with grace as you should treat yourself with grace as well, and understand that we're imperfectly perfect, and that we show up the best that we can do, and not all the time that is this perfect version of ourselves, or this really elegant or put together version of ourselves. So I just wanted to be a bit vulnerable and share like a bit my insecurities of being seen and being watched, especially because I'm letting you guys into like a really private space of mine, like my creation space. One of the most important areas of my life is creating and creation, and letting you guys in with that feels like I'm overcoming a fear of mine, or at least I'm trying to, and I'm doing like my best. So I hope you guys appreciate this video, and give it a like if you enjoyed it, so I know to make more of these type of videos and bring you guys more along with me in my creative process, something that's so dear and near to my heart. Yeah, thank you so much, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.